Hello and welcome to another F1 2017 modding tutorial. Today we're going to be editing the decals on the cars using only free software. We're not going to be using Photoshop. Instead we'll use Paint.net. We're also going to be using the Ego ERP archiver. So if you don't have either of those programs, go ahead and pause the video and download them from the links in the description below and come back when you're ready. So let's just dive straight in. First, we're going to open up the Ego ERP archiver and grab some source material. Okay, so you want to be in your Steam installation, F1 2017 Asset Groups, Vehicle Package, Teams, and then you pick your team. Today we're going to be doing Red Bull. I'm going to scroll down, Red Bull Decal. This is the item that we'll be editing. So we're going to export it to our desktop, and then we're going to open it in Paint.net. There we go. So the first thing you'll note is it's really hard to see the decals. So what I like to do, zoom out, open a new layer, use your rectangle tool to highlight the entire thing, and let's just pick a background color. That should do. Hit the F key for the paint fill. There we go. And drag layer 2 underneath background. And now we can see our logos. So we're going to bring in the logo that we intend to replace. So we're replacing the Pirelli logo at top right with a Michelin logo. Layers, import from file. Here we go. Okay, so we already have a problem. The logo that I downloaded from Google Images has a background. So what would happen is you would have a box including the white instead of transparency on the car. We don't want that, so we're going to undo. We're going to get rid of that picture. We're going to go File, Open, and we're going to edit it real quick. There we go. So we are going to hit the S key 4 times, and that's going to select this area which we want to remove and make transparent. The way we do that is go to our color picker, More, zero out red, green, blue, and alpha, and hit the delete key. And hit the delete key. Let's try that again. There we go. Now we're going to select this section here and hit delete. So now we have a logo with proper transparency. We're going to file save that to the desktop. We're just going to call it Michelin so it has a different title. Do not save it as a JPEG though, save it as a PNG file. That'll save the transparency correctly for you. Alright, we're done with that document. Now we can go back to Layers, Import from File, and bring in our corrected logo. And as you can see, we now have our transparency. So to place the logo, we're going to zoom way in. And because the Michelin man is much taller than the Pirelli logo, we're going to have to make quite a big adjustment. Hold down Shift when you're dragging to keep the aspect ratio. Still too tall. Let's try that. It can be slightly taller. Thinking something like that should work. This is just a matter of testing and trying things and see what happens. So now we need to delete our Pirelli logo. So let's highlight background layer. Let's grab our rectangle tool and highlight that Pirelli logo. There we go. Now before you hit delete, just have a look at your color picker. Red, green, blue, 0. Opacity alpha, no value. Otherwise you're going to end up with the purple box background. I'm going to hit delete. There we go. Now quickly let's hide the Michelin logo and let's hide the purple layer. Let's bring back in the Michelin logo. So that's exactly what we want to see. We've got the Michelin logo over checkerboarding, so we have our correct transparency. So we're good to go. File, Save As, Red Bull Decal 1. It needs to be a DDS file. That's what the game can work with. You want it to be BC3 RGB DX10 plus, blah blah blah. And you must flatten the image. Oh wait, one more thing, we have to delete that background layer. It can cause problems if we leave it. Okay, file save as you remember, Decal1, DDS file, BC3, flatten. Okay, now we've got source material to bring into the game. We've still got decal.tga highlighted, textures, import, Decal1, and there we go, there's our Michelin logo. Now in order to make it actually work in the game, you have to do file save and overwrite this file. When you hit save, just verify you're in your installation if you've made any backup folders. Yes. Now I'm going to go ahead and launch the game. I'll be right back with you. I'm going to go into photo mode and grab a couple pictures. And I'm back. So as you can see, we have a nice Michelin logo now just under the number. However, when I zoom in, you can see that the very top of the Michelin man and his hand are cut off. So I would go ahead and make some very minor adjustments and maybe scale it down a tiny bit more, or just drag it down a couple of pixels. So that's how you do decals via paint.net. Now, I'm also working on a project followed by a tutorial sooner than later. Here, I'll give you a sneak peek. Working on liveries. As you can see, this is the Sauber. Got some nice Mercedes badging. We darkened up that gold. We made it a black and gold car, kind of like a John Player Special Lotus. So that's what you have to look forward to. Hopefully in the next week or two I'll have a nice tutorial set up for you for paint. Anyhow, have a great day. I hope this has been helpful. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions or comments, or if this works or does not work in the newer games than 17. Please let us all know. Have a great day.